Welcome back to Kryptolytix, giving a fresh take on crypto analytics. And this is your crypto recap, where I cover some of the things going on in the crypto space. So let's jump in. Okay, so coming off the back of the Solana video, now I'm going to cover things that are going on in the Injective ecosystem and some stuff going on in the Cosmos. It's been a much shorter video, so let's just jump straight into it. So we've had the breakdown of the Injective range. So we got stuck in this range for a long period of time. We had a deviation above the range, up to $52, and then we've come back down. So it's a little bit of a messy chart, so we'll just turn off the drawings. You can see quite clearly the ranges from here to here, and we've broken down below it. Now, will we hold below it is the question, or will this just be another deviation akin to what we saw here? Well, that all depends on what happens in the rest of the crypto market, let's be honest. Because if the rest of the crypto market keeps going down, well, Injective absolutely will as well. But we're seeing Injective at $24 right now, which are prices that we haven't seen since December last year. And it's been stuck in this range between like $30 and $40 now for, well, it was a long period of time, let's be honest, 117 days. But we're finally seeing prices for Injective. Now, I'm pretty bullish on Injective. I accumulated some at around $8, but nowhere near as much as what I've bought now around these levels, around $30. So now I've got to start really going big on my capital deploying, because I think my average is actually at like $28. So now I'm down on it because I just did not buy enough back here because I didn't see a working product. You know, I heard speculation that Injective was going to be big, but I just didn't see a working product. I didn't see the ecosystem. I need to use the ecosystem in order to be bullish on something, which I started using the Injective ecosystem and I was very impressed by it. So I started buying it more aggressively around here in this range, hoping that this was going to be a break to the upside, an epic bull flag of sorts, which, I mean, you know, we're still kind of in that bull flag territory. Let's have a look at the trend. Okay, this is the trend. Okay, this is the old trend, right? So from Jan 23, start of last year, to the end of last year, this is our trend. So we broke out of the trend at the end of the year. And so we're still in a bullish trend because, you know, this is still a bullish structure. That's all I'm going to say. It's still a bullish structure. But look, week down to $18. Wow. So as I mentioned a couple of videos ago, I had most of my money was locked up in Flexlend because it was stuck in MarginFi, which I forgot to show in that video, actually the Solana video, how to deselect protocols for MarginFi. But oh well, I can show now. So if you go to portfolio on Flexlend, you can go to settings here and go enable apps and just untick any that have had FUD, right? So MarginFi had all that FUD. So just make sure you untick that, click confirm and save settings. Now I can't save the settings because mine's already deselected. It just doesn't really show in the interface. But anyway, if you ever see anything, any weird FUD or any strange stuff going on, like I pulled all my money out of MarginFi personally, manually, but I had USDC, this is one of my wallets, allocated to MarginFi and it was stuck in there throughout the entire dip. So anyway, that's why I'm hoping for more of a dip, which I don't know if I'll get or not, but price action is not looking the most bullish right now, so maybe we'll get a bit more of a dip. But anyway, enough of that, because I already covered Solana in the last video, but I just thought I'd quickly show that. So regardless, what I'm getting at is right now we're getting some huge buying opportunities for Injective. I'm very bullish on the ecosystem, very bullish on all of the dApps and all that sort of stuff. It's been a really, really good experience, like ever since I started using it. And, you know, as long as we hold above $16, $17, which is crazy that we'll see $17 again. That's 200% drop from the highs though, but these are some great buying opportunities. So I'm buying at these levels and I'm going to keep buying as the knife drops. I don't care. I'm going to keep buying as the knife drops. So we've got Injective 3 coming. So proposed upgrade to Injective Tokenomics, making Injective the most deflationary asset to date. So right now the yield on Injective is very high. I think it's about 15%. If you check in your wallet, you'll see what the yield currently is. Yeah, so the staking yield right now is 17% APR. That's really, really, really high. So essentially, I think they're going to change this. So it's probably something more like maybe 8 or 9% or something like that. So we can check the governance proposal as well. You can find out more in the link that I posted in my post here. So we can see that it's all basically based about the token inflation. So, I mean, they're doing large burns as well, and they do it quite frequently. And they've got a burn as well today. But for the most part, I think what they plan on doing is reducing the staking rewards potentially. And they're reducing it by, I think it's set to 5%, proposed to decrease 25% over a period of 2 years on a uniform quarterly basis. I think it's mainly about the burn, actually, to be honest. So anyway, you can go into more detail if you're really interested on that link on my post here, and you can do a deep dive on that one if you wish, but I'm going to move on keep the video short. So there you go. So Injective 3 is on its way, and yep, this will be really cool to decrease the inflation, because I mean, inflation on tokens is one of the reasons why it makes it hard for certain tokens to gain appreciation price-wise. So anyway, let's cover some ecosystem stuff in Injective. So we got the Neptune Tokenomics. Part 1 is airdrops. So right now, if you lend and borrow on Neptune Finance, because it is a money market, so where you put equity down, you can borrow against it. You can delegate to their validator. So I've delegated a little bit of my Injective to their validator. I'll probably move more across once the Pryzm stake drop is done. I think that the snapshot on that's already taken though, so maybe I can redelegate now. But anyway, I don't think that they're in the top validators at the moment though, so I don't think you'd be earning yield on this if you do redelegate, but we'll have to see. Yeah, it's still inactive. So if you have a look here, you'll see the inactive badge, and that means that it's not earning yield. So active validators need to be in the top, I think it's the top 60, or maybe it's the top, let's have a look. The top, we'll go all, let's go look at all, and we'll start to see inactive badges here. So yeah, I think it's the top 60. If a validator is not in the top 60, they don't earn yield, essentially. So if you're putting any of your Injective into, and you can see I don't have that much Injective in here, because most of it's actually within the ecosystem, but farming points and all that sort of stuff. But you can see that, you know, you're not earning yield on this, essentially. And if we have a look here, let's see where they are. Well, they're not that far. They're not that far. So even Dojo's not active. That's surprising. But yeah, they're not that far from the top 60. So the more people that delegate to this pool, the more it'll push it up. And then if it takes A41's position, then we'll see yield finally in that. So they're not that far from the top. So at least, you know, we know that maybe it'll only be for a short period of time. You won't earn yield on your Injective there. But yeah, they've got 18,000 Injective currently staked. And in order to get to A41, they need 250,000. But wow. Yeah, I think it's going to be hard to achieve. But anyway, so whatever you put in here, it's just for farming points for Neptune, right? So Neptune Finance I've covered in previous videos, but let me show you again what it is. It is a money market. It's a little bit clunky at the moment. I've had issues lending and borrowing and deploying capital and all that sort of stuff. So there's been a few little weird teething issues, but you can see I've got about $1,000 in there. I'm not going to put that much more in a protocol so nascent, and also something where I've had kind of issues lending and borrowing. Right now to borrow USDT, it's 47%. That's crazy. I think I'm actually borrowing USDT as well. So that's not great, but only $140, so it's not that much. But yeah, quickly I'll cover a couple things. So right now there's a 3% point boost for Neptune Finance on Injective by just borrowing 2, or probably 1's fine, tier, and then putting it back in as collateral, because it's $10. So that's actually 1 tier if you borrow and then you lend it. I think that equates to about 15 or something dollars. And the reason why I said 2 is it's just like, you know, just to be on the safe side. And the snapshot's in 2 days. So because I posted this yesterday, it's in 2 days on the 18th of April, because we're at 16th right now. So the accolade snapshot will be taken and awarded, and you get a 3% multiplier. Now let's have a look here at the points farming. Right now, I've got the delegate, so you get 0.5% per week of delegation, so I think that's a dollar value. Also, I got the 3% multiplier for HINJ, so that's the Hydro Protocol Liquid Staked Derivative or token for Injective. So you needed to put at least $10 of that in within the snapshot period, and then also there was wrapped ETH as well, which I put a tiny bit in. I think it was only $10 I put into that one. So that's how I'm getting my accolades. I just have a look here. You know, there's OKX Wallet, 5% multiplier, pretty cool. You can see there's other ones as well. I actually used the testnet, but unfortunately I wasn't in the top, I don't know, like 10,000 or anything like that. And also I don't think I used it in time. So that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't get that. But that's how I'm getting my additional accolades, is just keeping an eye on them on their X. And then it's usually $10 or something. It's not a lot of money, right? It's not a lot of money. So anyway, that's what I'm farming at the moment, Neptune, and they'll do an airdrop at some stage, I'm sure. I'm actually 778 out of 4471. That's not bad. I'm usually really low in these ranks. Even my Jupiter, I'll even know, like, I got a huge airdrop. Like, I was pretty low in the leaderboard. So anyway, we'll have to see. I'm yet to get a decent airdrop on Injective. So yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, the Pryzm airdrop might be okay, but yeah, because I got in so late, I don't have that much capital in the Injective ecosystem, so I'm not able to farm anywhere near as much as some of the OGs out there, like Munch, for example, who's a massive bull in the Injective ecosystem. Someone I watch and is constantly posting super bullish stuff on Injective. But anyway, You can see the leaderboard's 8%, delegators is 4% for the airdrop, and that's not a lot. But anyway, that's the total token supply though, right? Total token supply. I think the rest will be on the market and to VCs and stuff like that. But anyway, I just wanted to cover the Celestia accolade. So that's one way to do it. Just basically, even if you don't have any Celestia on chain, you can just borrow it and then put it back in there. Right, there you go, done. So nice and easy. And also just some of the yield in Neptune is just crazy. Look at this. I mean, it's 13% today. It was like 50% yesterday, but on HINJ, Hydro Injective, 73% APY. That's huge. And already it's like got 17% on it as well, right? So that's 17 plus 73. Insane yield, right? Really, really impressive. And you can put your USDT in here. Not direct. I wouldn't put it direct in like here. What you want to do when you're lending is you want to come to lend first, and then you supply the capital, for example. So you go lend, you go max, and then you collateralize max. Although often when I do this, I get error messages. So you might need to pull this slider down a little bit. Let's see if it works. Oh no, that worked. Never mind. The other day I was getting error where it was saying I couldn't do this, so I actually just pulled the second slider down a little bit. Anyway, as I said, it's a really new platform, so also it hasn't updated. This is like an old balance. Oh, probably because I went straight in here. So HINJ, you can just deposit straight here. It's very confusing. I don't know, whatever. Hopefully they improve the GUI a bit, but nevertheless, anyway, farming this airdrop, and yeah, I don't know. This is the only money market on Injective at the moment. So, you know, like your Camino on Solana, Solend, MarginFi, all these guys, this is basically that, but on Injective. So I'm bullish on the project. They're the only one, so I think they're probably going to be the best, right? They've got the first mover's advantage. Also, NinjaVault has got some weird bugs. I don't know. I went to go and claim my dojo that I got staked in there, and the website looks weird. So I guess the devs will probably fix it at some point. And this is what it looks like. It shouldn't look like this. Look at the size of this book. This is ludicrous. And you can't zoom out, or I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it at the moment, but yeah, I don't know. I went onto their X page and could not see any mention of it. So hopefully they know what's going on with it. But anyway, look at this Nonja. This is kind of like the Bowden and the Shrimp and all these weird things, these weird meme coins. But yeah, anyway. So can't use that at the moment. Hopefully it gets fixed soon. I don't know. You know, I've not heard anything about it. So I'm guessing if you go to the Discord, probably everyone's talking about it. So although I can't even find the Discord here, all I can find is Telegram. But anyway, it's happening to me too, if it's happening to you. I guess is the long and short of it. Now, the next thing I wanted to cover was the Black token launch, which will be taking place on both Nintendo Finance and Dojo Swap. So Black Panther token, I've been using Black Panther now for a few months, and I actually earned a fair bit of yield on some of their bots that actually gave me more money to deploy in the dip. So again, I was trying to find money wherever I could in this dip because a lot of my money was tied up on Flexland, as I mentioned before, so I couldn't bridge over and deploy. But yeah, I actually had a BNB trend trading bot, which I made 80% profit. And then there's also a BTC grid bot, which was up 25%. So I withdrew those both and just bought Injective with them. But I like the platform. There is an Injective bot in there though that's doing really badly. So I don't know, because Injective was ranging. So bad in a trend, right? Bad in a trend. But everything else, I guess, Bitcoin, whatever algorithm it uses, because it uses AI. It uses AI trading algorithms to work out when to like buy and sell, long and short. It uses 1.5x leverage. So it's pretty like low, pretty much no chance for liquidation, especially because it trades a lot. But anyway, long and short, Nintendo Finance is launching it. So if we come over to Nintendo, we can see the Black details will be here, so you can come have a look. The sale starts in a day and 11 hours, so go and read all of the information if you want. I've used the platform, I like it a lot. I will buy the token. I think the token will do relatively well. I'm not sure what they have planned for the token. There are fees, which will be treated as protocol revenue, which will be distributed to Black token holders. So there you go. So it's a revenue sharing platform that they have, which is cool. So we're revenue and utility to its protocol token. So there you go. Although that would be more sell pressure, I would think. So we'll have to see what they do to prevent the down-only effect. Oh, and also make sure you go over to Dojo and claim your Dojo as well. So go to the airdrops in Dojo and make sure you claim that. Bit of dust for me. But anyway, the drop was on the 11th of the 4th, so I'm only seeing this now. But yeah, you can see if you go to the launch pads, here is the Black Panther one. So again, day and a half. So you can come through here if you wish, or you can go through Mito. So you've got both options, or buying Black if you wish to. Now onto the Cosmos ecosystem updates. I've only got a couple today, but we've got the SOAR airdrop coming, right? So if you are a milk tier holder, which is the Celestia milk tier liquid stake token, then you will be eligible for SOARCHAIN Genesis airdrop. So I do have a little bit of milk tier personally. I don't really see any mention of the airdrop in the docs here for milk tier, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. So this is like a deep in play they're going for. There's a deep in verification problem or something. I mean, you can come read the docs if you want. It seems like a bit of a word salad though. I'm not really seeing exactly what it is that they're looking to, what their solutions are or what it is they're trying to do here, but they want to make a app store of mobility ecosystem. I mean, I can't really tell you what this chain even does or what it's for, but it's in the blockchain. So anyway, you can probably do a bit of research on this if you're really interested. But if I look at the docs at a glance, I can't really tell you, which is not ideal. You should be able to actually see exactly what it's for. I guess it's another blockchain, right? So it just depends on what kind of adoption they get, you know, what kind of dApps decide to build on it, all that sort of stuff. But there's just so many chains being launched now on in the Cosmos ecosystem. It's hard to know which ones will actually gain traction, right? But anyway, if you've got milk tier like myself, then you might be or should be hopefully eligible for an airdrop for it. So, I mean, if you don't think the project, January the 5th was the airdrop snapshot. So if you didn't have milk tier before that, then you probably won't get the airdrop. So I probably won't get the airdrop because I think I had started doing all that stuff in Feb, maybe. I think maybe it was late January. So anyway, a lot of the airdrops in the Cosmos ecosystem for me have been very, very small, but that's fine. Whatever it is, what it is. For me, it's all about Solana. That's what my offer is. But anyway, more information on the Pryzm Airdrop. So the Pryzm Airdrop, they're another chain in the Cosmos ecosystem. They were a individual protocol, as I mentioned in prior videos, in the Luna ecosystem. Now they went and launched their own blockchain, essentially. And you can go and check out the testnet at the moment. It's a lot of like C assets, you know, a lot of wrapped assets that you can use for DeFi. Now, they're doing a stake drop, which means if you delegate to their validator for Dimension, Celestia, and Injective, at least for me, I got one from Osmo and Atom as well, then you're eligible. But make sure you come over here to their post and register for the airdrop, because I think if you don't register for the airdrop, then you might not get it. So anyway, come over to the Pryzm Zone page and make sure you register for it, because you want to get it if you've been delegating to their validators, that's for sure. Okay, and just one last thing. I mentioned in my Bitcoin video, I guess link up in the description above, where I basically covered a full sort of deep dive on comparing the GPU resource sharing platforms. So there's actually one on Arbitrum now, and it's called Aether. So it's akin to Nosana and Render, and these guys have got partnership with NVIDIA, or the NVIDIA, where is it? Inception program, right? They've enjoyed the NVIDIA Inception program. Also, because it's Arbitrum, it's on Ethereum, so that's pretty bullish, as sentiment still is stronger for Ethereum than any other chain, even Solana. So when you think about, you know, BlackRock, for example, they want to do their tokenization of RWAs on Ethereum, and so they'll probably use something like Arbitrum in order to get onto that, but or maybe not, because they've got the money to pay for the gas. But regardless, I think they minted a US dollar stablecoin to the Ethereum network. So in order to use and deploy only a small amount, I think it was like a few million or a few hundred or tens of millions. I can't remember the exact number, but regardless, it's something where we need to keep track of, even if you're not an Ethereum user, like we need to keep track of things that are available on Ethereum as well. But again, no working products, but there's no working product for Nosana or Render yet either. So I did a full deep dive on this, and you'll find it in one of my posts on my X. So you can go and do a full read as a comparison of all of them. So it shows that they're specializing in decentralized cloud infrastructure, particularly for gaming in the AI sector. I mean, at a glance, you would think that these would be very similar, but I think that the execution would be slightly different, right? But yeah, Nosana is more about decentralized compute power for AI, and Aether is more focusing on decentralized cloud infrastructure. So it's slightly different executions, but nevertheless, this is definitely one to watch. So I would probably come over here and give them a follow just to see what they're up to, because they're also backed by a lot of VCs, that's for sure. So there's definitely interest in the protocol, but we're still waiting to see, waiting for working products for a lot of these. So really cool concept for the deep end, for the resource sharing narrative. I really like it. I just really want to see a working product. There is a testnet for this, so we can come over and have a look and see how it all works. But you've got to fill out the details and tell them who you are, what you are, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, then maybe you'll get a chance to use the testnet. But anyway, so that's it for today's video. And that wraps up the series for this crypto recap. So anyway, hope you liked the video. If you did, then please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And I will see you on the next one. Keep safe out there. This is Kryptolytix signing out. Have a good one.
Humans can be reprogrammed.